everyone, Scrivener here. Whew, look at me, showed up to the La La Land train like a year late. Does anybody even care anymore? Probably not. I watched La La Land for the first time about 2 weeks ago, not really knowing what to expect besides, you know, all of the stuff I'd heard about it. I thought it would be fun to give you guys just like a really basic kind of 5-minute review. This is definitely going to have spoilers in it, just so you're aware. So La La Land is about these two characters, Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling. I can't remember their names because it really doesn't matter. I think it might be Mia. Yeah. Both of these characters are living in LA, and Emma Stone's character has this desire to be an actress, while Sebastian, that's his name is Sebastian. Well, Sebastian has this dream of opening up a jazz nightclub where he can, you know, play the music he really wants to play, which is jazz. This dude really loves jazz. He wants to save jazz. This is where you hear all those conversations about like, why is this movie almost entirely white people and then John Legend? And I'm serious, like it's almost pretty much entirely white people and then John Legend. And John Legend is also demonized, who wants to do jazz fusion. I'm getting so ahead of myself. Mia and Sebastian meet. They spend a lot of time not liking each other for not really any great reason. And then eventually they do get together. They both start working toward their dreams. Sebastian runs into John Legend, who runs a jazz fusion band, and then Sebastian joins the jazz fusion band, and it's like, oh no, he's a sellout now. The bar is so low for being a sellout. It's about love and dreams, and about how sometimes dreams get in the way of love, and sometimes things just are left in the past. Because that's what happens. Wow, that's actually kind of poignant considering that Sebastian's whole thing is trying to revive jazz! This movie. What can I say about this movie? It is beautiful. It is a stunningly shot film. Most of the dialogue in this movie is really very boring. Luckily, Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling are pretty talented actors. Emma Stone especially, so it works. Yeah, the screenplay is just very weak. During the scenes where you have people that actually know how to dance, the camera really knows how to move around those people to make you feel that motion. And that was really fun to watch. The editing in this movie is also pretty good. It's definitely worth watching for the visual things. Sebastian is kind of terrible in the sense that he wants to save jazz by keeping it incredibly restrictive and traditional, which is not really what jazz is. This movie like scrapes by in the musical department. We have a pretty fun opening song. I can't for the life of me remember any of the words because a lot of the lyrics are really quite boring. They're full of cliches. There also really aren't that many musical numbers. The songs are kind of so-so. They're catchy, but they're not really memorable. The score is just gorgeous. I mean, everything I said about the music does not apply to the score. The score is really good, and the score really shines in this movie a lot more than the musical numbers do. This movie is doing the bare minimum amount of work so that you can watch Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling like sing to each other and also see really pretty shots of LA. It kind of works, but the story is still pretty weak. I was sitting there about an hour into the movie wondering, what is the plot? The main conflict arises when their dreams start to conflict and when Mia's dream starts to seemingly fail. And they take it out on each other. And they break up, and it's this big fight. This is the big thing about the end of this movie. They don't get back together. We have a decent-sized dream ballet at the end that kind of shows like, what if? That shows a happy Hollywood ending for them. Leading up right to the very second that we were at in real life. Here's my biggest praise of La La Land. Most of the emotions in this movie feel very mediocre. Except when we get to the parts that are painful. The parts that are painful are where La La Land really shines and really makes me feel something. It's painful to watch Mia put so much into her acting and then be interrupted in the middle of her audition. The fight that drives a huge wedge between them is really well written and it's incredibly painful. And up to that very last moment when you think, hey, maybe they'll get back together. And then you realize they're definitely not going to get back together. Those moments are really painful and they're done really well, I think probably because we're allowed to stew in them. La La Land is a beautiful, nothing movie with a lovely score, okay songs, okay dialogue, that does pain tremendously well. This is nothing against anybody who really loves this movie. I just don't think it was a particularly great movie, but it had such strong emotional moments that I would hesitate to say it was a bad movie. So would I recommend you watch it? You know what? Yeah, I would recommend watching it. And that's my final verdict. Let me know in the comments below if you guys saw La La Land, and if so, what did you think about it? And subscribe to The Princess and the Scrivener for more videos on Disney, intersectional feminism, pop culture critiques, 5-minute reviews, and more. The Princess and I will see you next week.